This is 6 News Now, here for you 24 hours a day, online at WLNS.com.
Students I spoke with say they're relieved to hear that Santo was found, but they're devastated that they learned that he died. These students, like many others, have questions. Some say they appreciate how Michigan State University communicated with them about Santo's disappearance and that they've seen increased security across campus. Others, though, say they're overall disappointed with the way the university has handled this situation and say what they see as a lack of response makes them feel unsafe.
And it's really sad, obviously, because he was such a young guy. I mean, and every time you have somebody so young die, and especially I especially fear for the family because they have so many questions, they have so many doubts, so many things going in their head as to what happened, how is it that my son ended up dead, that he was just supposed to come here and have a good time.
I've seen a lot more police patrolling around campus, which I did not see before he went missing. I'm surprised where they found them. I'm just in shock it took this long.
As a student, it's quite scary for the rest of students, especially with the other girl that was found dead in her dorm room in Shaw as well. So these are 2 deaths that have happened in the course of one school year at Michigan State University. So it's very concerning, especially when we have an administration and a president who haven't really talked about any of these things.
Some of those students I spoke with had already heard about this discovery and a few others had not, but they all say they simply wish things had turned out differently for Brendan. Sherry, back to you.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Light snow continues across mid-Michigan this morning. Roads remain snow-covered and slippery, including here in Lansing. Starting to wind down over the next hour or two, so conditions should begin to improve. But until that happens, it's going to be a rather slow go out there. Here's a look at our Skyview Network, the Capitol Cam, where you see visibility still somewhat reduced. We're at a temperature of 18 degrees. Northerly breeze kicking up to 13 miles per hour, and that makes it feel like 5. Here's a look at downtown Jackson. Look at how much visibility is reduced. Can't even see the Consumers Energy building, or barely. We're at a temperature of 18. Feels like temperature at 11. So snow continues to dump in some locations. Here in Hillsdale, looks like we're in a bit of a lull at this point, but roads are snow-covered and slippery, and we're at a temperature of 20 degrees. Now, as we look at satellite radar, you see the back edge now reaching I-69. That'll continue to push its way off to the east-southeast. We're measured about 1.5 inches here at the station so far since this began last night. Likely closer to 2 or 3 inches, if not a little more, being reported down towards the state line. That's where the snow has been steadiest through much of the early morning hours. Now, this is a part of our latest Clipper system that's working its way off to the east-southeast. This is round number 2 of 3. We had that round that came through yesterday morning. This is round number 2. The more substantial round comes tomorrow. It's getting its act together off to our north. It'll be swinging its way through the Great Lakes late tonight, and especially during the day tomorrow, in which a widespread 1 to 3 inches of snow looks possible. So let's time it out on Precision Cast. The back edge of that snow continues to clear mid-Michigan. By around late morning, just about everyone should be getting the chance to dry out. Road conditions will improve through the afternoon. And we could even break out in a few pockets of sunshine later on today, just before sunset. Cloud cover briefly clears out during the first half of the evening, and then the clouds come right back in, and that snow begins to redevelop. I think Precision Cast has the snow a little bit too far to the south. Just about everyone should be able to pick up on at least some snow. It may be steadiest down towards the I-94 corridor. But that's through much of the daytime hours of Monday. Things begin to clear out for us Monday evening. Now, as for this current round, less than an inch of snow for everyone else by the time this pulls out of here late during the day today. And then as we head through the day tomorrow, it looks like a general 1 to 3 inch snow event for just about everybody. Best chance of perhaps close to 3 inches of snow would be down towards the state line, and then some lake enhancement on the west side will boost totals over there as well. This will be a daytime event, though, so good news is that's when traffic volumes are highest, so roads should remain rather manageable, but they will be slick from time to time. We're at 18 in Lansing, 18 in Mason and Jackson. Factor in a wind, and it feels like it's 5 in Lansing, just 6 in St. John's. Visibility is reduced down to 3/4 of a mile at the airport in Hillsdale, where steady snow continues. For today, 20 degrees the high, morning snow, then we turn partly cloudy for the afternoon. Otherwise, it's just going to be chilly. Much of the day spent in the teens. It's going to be a cold night for us tonight as we get down to a low of 12. Snow begins to develop close to daybreak tomorrow, continues again through much of the daytime before moving out of here Monday evening. Your 6-day forecast shows temperatures down in the teens for Tuesday and Wednesday. Nighttime lows in the single digits. Wednesday morning, a low of 1. Things stay seasonably cool. No major snowstorms in sight, though, for us through the next 6 days. Michael?
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier and with one tap. You have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new local news app today. 6 News, here for you.
I'm Siobhan Klipfer, and if you're looking for a different kind of lunch break, check out the Daily Digital Debrief every weekday here for you at 12:30 on WLNS.com and on the 6 News app. It's a little bit of news, a little bit of weather, and a little bit extra.
Educational institutions in Livingston, Saginaw, Walled Lake, and Wayne Westland are calling out the Biden administration over this mandate, which they claim is unlawful. Shamir Owens is here for you with the details about this lawsuit.
Sherry, the Livingston Educational Service Agency, Saginaw Intermediate School District, Walled Lake Consolidated School District, and Wayne Westland Community Schools filed this 32-page lawsuit against the Biden administration yesterday in district court in Detroit. They are suing over the administration's Head Start mandate requiring all Head Start staff to wear masks and get fully vaccinated or lose their program funding. These 4 institutions say this is unlawful and have issued 9 counts against the Biden administration. The lawsuit claims the mandate will cause them to lose staff, which could result in program closures. That would then make it difficult for parents to stay employed, thus losing access to high-quality education, food, and child care, especially for families who live below the poverty line. And now they're asking the court to get rid of the mandate so that they can continue providing services to families and children through Head Start programs. Republican Michigan Congressman John Moliner says he supports the lawsuit, saying, quote, Michigan school districts and communities are best equipped to decide policies for their own employees, and they should be empowered to make their own decisions with a top-down approach from President Biden telling them how to do everything, ending quote. Sherry, back to you.
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier and with one tap. You have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new local news app today. 6 News, here for you.
Michigan Democrats are introducing new legislation that could impact what children learn in the classroom. Shamir Owens spoke with a sponsor of the bills. And Shamir, what do these bills say?
Sarah, State Senators Erica Geis, Stephanie Chang, Adam Ollier, and Paul Bueno say current social studies classes are missing key information about various cultures.
We need to be teaching the whole truth about our history in this country.
Senator Chang and her colleagues believe these bills will allow students to learn about all kinds of cultures. The bills require teachers to teach one lesson related to various ethnic communities.
We have bills that would ensure that our students are learning about Asian American history, Black history, Latino history, Indigenous history, and Arab and Chaldean history.
Discussions around public education have grown more common in the past year, with topics like critical race theory sparking controversy. Last year, Republican Senator Andrew Beeler introduced a bill to ban critical race theory in schools, stating that curriculum should not stereotype people based on race or genders, and it should not lead students to view themselves or their country poorly. Chang says these bills will unite students, not divide them.
We are doing a disservice to our future generation if we aren't teaching them the whole truth. I think it's important that our students learn critical thinking skills, that they're equipped to work with people from all different backgrounds.
Annie Whitlock is a member of the Michigan Council for the Social Studies. She believes students could benefit from this legislation.
Students in classrooms want to see themselves represented in their school, in their curriculum.
Whitlock also says these bills are a step in the right direction.
Now seeing these bills come through that are actually encouraging and even maybe requiring teachers to include multiple perspectives and multiple cultures in their classroom.
Now, the bills have been referred to the Education and Career Readiness Committee. If approved, they would need to be voted on by the full Senate. Sarah?
Introducing our new redesigned 6 News mobile app. Our new app features a sleek, modern design, an easy-to-navigate home screen with quick access to local news content, and a localized weather forecast. Subscribing to notifications is easier, and with one tap, you have access to recent push notifications. There are more ways to watch and find video, and a red light alert badge notifies you when we're streaming. Download or update our new local news app today. 6 News, here for you.
I'm Siobhan Klipfer, and if you're looking for a different kind of lunch break, check out the Daily Digital Debrief every weekday here for you at 12:30 on WLNS.com and on the 6 News app. It's a little bit of news, a little bit of weather, and a little bit extra. We'll see you then.
Supporting families, that's the goal of a nonprofit in Lansing. They do that through a variety of volunteer events, from food drives to cookouts. For today's Spotlight, we take a look back at where they started and a look forward to where they're headed. Here's Sunday Spotlight on men making a difference.
You haven't been out here since?
No, not since.
15 years ago, on a much warmer day, the nonprofit Men Making a Difference held a cookout at Hawk Island Park.
Right there in where that big tree at.
We couldn't afford shelter at the time. We're under shelter right now, but we couldn't even afford it, so the sun was beaming. And we probably had about 20 families at that time.
Co-founders Andrew Brewer and Bobby Bradford remember it like it was just yesterday. It was one of the first events for Men Making a Difference, an organization that welcomes men of all ages to volunteer in the community.
I look at them when I'm cooking the food and different things and handing people stuff. The smile, and I see the tears in their eyes that people do care.
Since the very beginning, supporting families has been at the center of their vision, whether that be through cookouts or food drives.
We also will feed people in need. We'll give away backpacks, any type of supplies that people need, even face masks, sanitizers, and we also would help other people out. Other organizations out volunteering.
Andrew says their annual family community cookout always brought out big crowds.
They went from 20 to over 2,000 people. That was huge because it brought back that old school family love of community, and people just music going and people in the park.
He says it's a tribute to a family tradition and something they wanted to continue for newer generations.
In the black community, families did this on weekends. They go to the park, play softball. And so that was our structure around to bring that family structure.
Bobby and Andrew say they've seen the impact Men Making a Difference has for others.
And I've seen everybody become better fathers, better uncles, and better grandfathers.
And the difference it's made for them.
When I first started, I had a goal, and it helped me in my life. It helped me become a better father. It helped me to become an entrepreneur, have a business.
I had never did this before, but now I love to do it, and I like to see the smile on people's face when you're trying to help them. You know, it makes you more rewarding helping people than you always being selfish on yourself. You got to help people.
Andrew and Bobby say they unfortunately have not been able to have a cookout since the pandemic hit, but they hope 2022 may be the year they can turn those grills on and host another cookout for the community. Back to you.
This is 6 News Now. We will begin in 60 seconds. Six News Now will begin in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. 6 News Now will begin shortly.